What's going on, people? King Rich is back again. We are going to do a very interesting reaction video right here, and it's going to be an interview with a famous rapper by the name of Gunplay. He was a former artist under the rapper Rick Ross, and he basically came out and talked about his experience in the music industry and what he was actually getting into. Now, a lot of people have done research on the music industry and they know that there's a lot of sinister, dark truths, but it's very interesting when someone who has actually been in this industry, deep in it, and has become quite famous in that industry, when they come out and they start revealing a lot of the secrets. I think it's very interesting. So let's jump into this reaction video. Let's see what we got right here. Yeah, all right, let's go.
At one point, Gunplay had a bright future in music, with many songs that were popular in Florida and a close affiliation with Rick Ross. He was living the celebrity lifestyle many only dreamed of. But as we have come to expect, his time in the spotlight eventually came to a brutal end. While some just fall off and disappear, there are some instances of stars coming crashing down as the world watches. That is what many might say happened to Gunplay, whose downfall played out publicly for the world to see. From countless legal controversies to his eventual fallout with Rick Ross, it appeared Gunplay had hit rock bottom. But that is where he claims he found God, coming to the realization that what he was doing up to that point needed to stop before it was too late. Because of this, he is now deciding to speak up about his experiences in the industry. What he suggested seemed to put everything about the business into perspective for me. According to Gunplay, he got involved in a spiritual practice called Santeria, which is a belief that closely mirrors voodoo and things like that.
Nah, man, my second album, Atheist, my mixtape, my EP with PJK called Math the Magic. You know what I'm saying? On some deep Mason shit, you know. I'm whoopty-whooping out here, man, for real.
Hold on,
Hold up.
You see what I'm saying? This is why it's very dangerous if you're somebody who is desperate and hungry to be famous. You know, you want to be someone who makes a lot of money very, very quickly, especially in the music industry. It's very, very dangerous, bro. Because you end up doing a lot of sinister things to get that fame and money. And so, yes, this guy is blatantly telling you what he was into. And, you know, a lot of these celebrities, a lot of these pro athletes, entertainers, you know, reality TV stars, a lot of these people you see on the big screen, they are practicing these, let's say, ungodly practices. They are doing these rituals. They are making these sacrifices of all different kinds for fame and money. A lot of times we see them at award shows and they say, yeah, I thank God for all of this success, blah, blah, blah. They're not talking about the God of the Bible. They're talking about their own God that they worship. Yeah? So let's carry on.
Oh, man. Hold up, I am too.
Please explain.
I'm just on some other shit, man. My mind's too advanced for myself and others.
It's called Atheist.
Or Mathemagic. Yeah, I don't know. The gods, Shango, Ifa, they're going to tell me right here.
What's that?
What you mean that's right? Voodoo. I do voodoo. Voodoo is derived from the word voodoo, which means spirit.
Okay.
Listen. A lot of these rappers, a lot of these musicians, if not all the A-list celebrities are into this. They're all doing this. It's not a secret anymore. Yeah, it is not a secret. A lot of these singers, you got people like Taylor Swift openly showing you that they're witches. Yeah, like it's actually not a secret when you're watching their music videos and it's full of all this satanic imagery. Is very, very open now. Yeah. And I still find it very, very alarming that people, the general public, they still act like they don't see it, or, you know, they just ignore it, or they just try to make it out to be some artistic expression when it's not. It's devil worship. They're worshiping demons, and that's what it is. Like, This guy's basically telling you he does voodoo, and a lot of these, if not all these rappers, do the same thing. They all do the same thing, bro. All right? So just, yeah.
Which is Santeria, which is deeper than
from like Haiti, Africa,
Haiti, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, the whole slave route.
Right.
I'm not gonna go here right now. I can't do that.
I mean, I'm on that a little bit.
Just
a little bit. Just slightly.
Keep reading.
Slightly.
He said he believes this is what helped him achieve all his success, going into detail on how exactly he thinks it benefited him in this interview. The first thing he said was that he left Santeria after 13 years to become a Christian. Then, the interviewer asked him if he felt that he has sold his soul. Listen closely to what Gunplay said.
You gave your life to God. You went from Santeria to Jesus.
Yeah, I did.
Do you feel like you sold your soul at one point?
I thought about maybe I did because I was getting what I wanted. I would make offerings and I was getting everything I wanted. I got the bitch, the cars, the condos, the TV shows, the this, the that, everything was popping. I beat an armed robbery charge on camera.
He said that he felt he did, admitting that he believes he was being rewarded with success for his participation in certain offerings to deities tied to that system. One thing that caught my attention was when he brought up beating a case for a crime he committed on camera. He didn't attribute his win to a good lawyer. Instead, he suggested it was because of an offering he made to secure the legal victory.
And I beat an armed robbery charge on camera.
So you go to him like, look, I need to beat this case.
Yeah.
Go, all right, go get a chicken.
I had to go
This
get
what you
a
gotta
turtle.
do.
I had to get a turtle. They did the tongue, and then they wrapped it in some stuff and did some stuff, and it was like, it's done. And I say, look, what's up with this Santeria thing, man?
We ain't gonna get into all that because
what's up with
people's
that?
gonna get scared.
Nah.
Say it again. Say it again.
I cut chickens and goats if you really want to know.
Santeria, make some noise for being voodoo.
This instantly reminded me of a scene from the movie The Devil's Advocate, where the lawyer, played by Keanu Reeves, defends a man who uses voodoo to beat a case for a crime he was also caught doing on camera. In the film, the man uses some sort of animal tongue to perform the spell. Now listen to what Gunplay said again.
So you go to him like, look, I need to beat this case.
Yeah.
Go, all right, go get a chicken.
I had to go
This
get
what you
a
gotta
turtle.
do.
I had to get a turtle. They did the tongue, and then they wrapped it in some stuff and did some stuff, and it was like, it's done.
He basically described exactly what the guy did in the movie. Now, something else that I found interesting is that Gunplay claimed there was a high priest who was pretty much in charge of what was offered. The way he described the process is that when Gunplay wanted something done, he would ask the high priest, who would then tell him what was needed for his demands to be heard.
And let me just say this as well. As somebody who I do my own research on a lot of these kind of topics, you know, I don't talk about this kind of stuff that often on this channel, but you got to understand that this whole network of celebrities or, you know, high profile people with money who believe in this kind of demonic, you know, summoning demons or asking demons for favors or, you know, just out and out worshiping the devil. This is a large network of people. This isn't just a small group in a corner. These people are in law enforcement. They are judges, lawyers, doctors. You know, this is not a small network at all. This is very, very serious. Like, so even though we're just talking about the music industry right here, this goes way further than that. This is a global network, and it's demonic. It's evil. Like, these people are evil people. Like, they will do all kinds of disgusting, horrible things. You know, they do rituals on minors. Like, this is not a joke at all. All right. So anyway,
when you say sacrifices, like what? Like chickens or like
chickens, anything. You know, they tell you whatever you need done. They'll tell you a specific animal to get for it.
Who tells you?
Your babalao.
Would it be like a voodoo priest?
Yeah.
That was so interesting. And what many got from it is that they were essentially gatekeepers who could be getting these artists into things like this. At one point, the interviewer asked him how this offering system worked. Gunplay suggested that the bigger the offering, the bigger the reward.
Is it true that the bigger sacrifices you make, the bigger blessings you'll get?
Of course.
It's really like that?
Of course. So why not?
Because I mean, like, look,
whack a human. It's true. People sacrifice people. If you know, you know.
Everyone knows exactly.
Hear what he just said? People sacrifice people. How many times have you seen an example of one of these so-called celebrities getting to superstardom, but just before they got to superstardom, someone very close to them dies? That happens very, very consistently, because that is a sacrifice. They've been told that if they want to go to the next level, they want to be an A-list celebrity, athlete, whatever it is, they're going to have to sacrifice a loved one to get that fame, to get that level of money, so that they can have all the material things they want in this earth. You see me, this is one reason why I accepted that doing this YouTube thing and stuff like this, I may not ever become like super successful doing this. I mean, I am quite, successful doing this to a certain degree, but I accept that I may not get to the level of A-list, or I may not get all the rewards for all my hard work and time and effort I've put into doing my YouTube channel. But I've come to accept that, and I'm actually at peace with that, because I know that I'm not going to sell my soul. I know I will never sell my soul. I know that I will never do any kind of demonic evil sacrifice to, like, it's not gonna happen. Like, I'm firmly have firm, solid faith in the Most High God of the Bible. Like, there's Jesus Christ is my personal Lord and Savior. Like, there's no other way around it. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect guy. I've got sins. I've got my own problems and issues I have to deal with, just like anyone else on this earth. But that's one thing I know, that I could never ever go down that path. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sacrifice any chickens or goats. That's just not. I'm not doing it. If I need something, I'll go to God and I'll pray to God to make it come alive in my life. Like, and that's it. Like, that's all. That's all. And I have strict faith in God, and I've asked God to do things in my life, and God's answered me. God has got me out of very serious situations that, bro, could have easily gone left. Easily. So in this life, you got to realize, if you believe in one side of things, the other side exists. Yeah, so it's a real thing, and this guy's exposing it. So let's carry on.
Exactly what he was implying by that. Now, while many people don't believe in any of this spiritual stuff, he really does seem to. Not only does he feel like it helped his career, but he thinks it did the same for others.
Real, like,
Yeah,
if like
it's as real as this table is, my brother.
is Ephah the same as Santeria?
Yes, sir. It's all the same.
Real? Like,
Yeah, it's very real, man.
But while he's claiming it worked, he also wants people to know that there is still a price for getting involved with this stuff. He states that when he stopped making offerings, the success not only ended, but he believes they took back everything they helped him achieve and destroyed what was left of him. He attributes his downfall to that very thing, implying that his descent was a result of no longer fulfilling the demands of those deities.
They don't know. They don't know. At the end of the day, you have to pay. That's it. That's all I got to say. I ain't going to say nothing else about it. At the end of the day, you have to pay.
do you think you've had to pay?
I paid that. I watched it. I was at a point where I was betrayed by everything and everybody, and I felt like I was serving two gods. One is a transactional relationship.
This was possibly the most revealing thing he said in the entire interview. Essentially, he is saying that once you form a partnership with these spirits, you have to keep them happy or they will destroy you.
Yeah, because the devil hates mankind. See, this is the thing, like, these people don't understand. Like, you can't do bargains and deals with the devil and think that the devil actually wants to help you. No, you're going to pay. Like, they all are gonna pay. Like, you see, it's just like what they say in the Bible. What's the worth to gain the whole world and lose your soul? Because that's essentially what all these celebrities, all these rappers, all these athletes, all these entertainers, all these singers, all these YouTubers, all these reality TV stars, all these people that you see, all these streamers that all of a sudden they become mega rich. They just come pop out of nowhere. Now you see them with all these other celebrities, and all these other celebrities are hugging them and wanting to be around them, and you know, and then all the platforms are pushing them. So no matter what they do, no matter what they say, they're always advertiser friendly. They always get pushed. They always get money. There's no problems. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that there will be people like me who have smaller platforms who have to tiptoe around, and if we say the wrong thing, we get demonetized or we get our channels taken away and all of this stuff? But then you've got other people who literally can say anything, and they will always be advertiser friendly. Why do you think that is? It's by design, bro. Because people like me, we're not a part of their club. We're not in their cult. Yeah. And that's what it is. And that's what it is, bro. All right. So again, as I said, like it's probably best in this world not to be too hungry for fame and money, because you will end up doing anything for it. You end up sacrificing a loved one. I always feel a little bit wary of people who are so desperate for money. They want to be rich so bad, like they want to be rich so bad by any means. They don't care whatever it takes. I got to get rich. I got to be rich. I got to get rich. I always kind of stay clear of people like that. I stay clear of women who are so too materialistic, super hyper materialistic. They'll do anything for money. You got to stay away from them kind of women as well. Some of these people, they sacrifice their own mothers for fame and money, bro. This is a very serious, dark thing. And then this guy he's exposing it. Remember, this guy was like Rick Ross' right-hand man. Rick Ross. And we know that he's basically gone down that path. He's made it very clear through imagery in his music videos and things he said. This is not a secret anymore. This is what they're into. This is what they do. Anyway.
According to Gunplay, only God himself was able to help him get out of that mess.
I think if I didn't make the change that I did in my belief system, I think that would have been the end of me. But, you know, my God is always in charge. So he was just watching everything go down.
I think this is a very important message that everyone in a similar position should always remember. God can get you out of anything you got yourself into. Eventually, Gunplay was asked if he felt the industry was demonic, and his reply was very revealing.
You think the entertainment industry is demonic?
Yeah, of course. Everything you hear is, you know, the more you get closer to God, the more everything is highlighted.
You start watching it and be like,
it just pops out at you. You know what I mean? You can listen to the music and like, oh God, what the
it's true. Like certain songs make you feel certain emotions.
There's a certain group of people that
programming.
Exactly.
Everything is programming.
Not only did he say he believed it was, but he pointed at lyrics in people's music as proof. I honestly wonder what he was referring to by this. Is he saying that artists are putting this belief into the music? That is crucial information that explains a lot.
This is why I always say that I don't like music, and it always makes people wonder about me, like, oh, how can you say you don't like music? Because it's very programming. It literally brainwashes whoever's listening. You got to be really careful what you listen to. Like, you're not listening to the ideas of devil worshippers and people that are into Santagria and witches, and you know, these people that are doing rituals over the music, and then they put it out there, and then you're listening to it, and then you're reciting the lyrics, you're repeating the lyrics over and over. You don't realize that you're chanting spells. Sometimes you'll be listening to music and it's inviting demons into your life, into your home, into your life. Like, it's really, really serious, bro. Like, people really underestimate these things, and they like to believe it doesn't exist, and this is mumbo jumbo. But bro, these people that are producing these songs, these people who are writing these lyrics, they believe in it, bro. Like, they believe it's real. So if the people that are producing it, who are doing the rituals, who are doing all of this kind of witchcraft and that, they believe it's real, and they're producing this media and giving it to you, and then you're there as part of the public and the audience not believing that it's real. This is really stupid on the audience part, and especially, as I said, because now it's out in the open. It's not a secret anymore. Everybody knows what it is now. Yeah, everybody knows that the music industry, entertainment industry is like, most of these people, if not all the A-listers, A-list celebrities, they all worship the Baphomet. Like, they are all channeling demons. They're getting the inspiration from demons. Like, I'm gonna do more videos like this, man, because this is serious, man. This is serious stuff.
Say this because I found a lot of rappers who seemingly mention Santeria in their song lyrics. A good example of this is Jay-Z, who has several songs with lyrics seemingly about the same practice. He was featured in Jay Electronica's song The Neverending Story, where he rapped, "I'm a miracle born with imperial features. I'm a page turner, a sage burner, Santeria, Chango, December baby, Saint Hove." Story takes place in ancient Egypt. He again mentioned something similar on Drake's Pound Cake, rapping, "International Hove, my Saints Chango light a candle, El Gran Santo on the mantle. Case y'all don't know, I speak Spanish too." Jay-Z isn't the only one who raps about this stuff either. The rapper Skrilla also has lyrics that mentions this belief. Not only has he talked about it in his songs, but he even did an interview where he said things that sounded very similar to what Gunplay said in his interview.
Religion. What religion exactly do you represent?
I'm a Santo. I do Palo. I'm a Santo.
What's that mean exactly?
Like, all that sacrificing goats and all that, that's not just for like, that's real life.
You sacrificed a goat?
You seen that, bro. That's real life, bro.
Really?
I sacrifice goats, chickens, mice. Like, I do for certain though. Like, I'm not allowed to explain it how you want me to explain it. I think how you want me to explain it, but yeah.
Well, I can do my research.
They never want to explain it. They never want to get into details about what they're really, really up to, bro. Sacrificing goats, dealing with their blood. You see, to these kind of people, these devil worshippers and demonic people, blood is very, very serious, because blood is life. Blood is life. Yeah. And these demonic entities who they worship and who they're asking for money and fame, those entities, they want, that is a high commodity to those entities. The blood, the life force. And again, just like what Gunplay said, the bigger the sacrifice, the more you can ask for. And what's going to be the biggest sacrifice of blood that one of these people can offer? A human being. Especially if it's a loved one. So every time, I know a lot of you lot watching this are going to be like, oh, this is some BS and King Rich is talking crap, blah, blah, blah. Think about this. Start to join the dots. Think of all your favorite rappers, celebrities, actors, singers, pro athletes, the A-list ones, yeah? And start to take a look at their past history. Have they lost a loved one, somebody close to them, before they became famous, or around the time they became like really, really like a household name? You'll start to see that this is quite a consistent pattern. Then if they, on the other hand, if they haven't sacrificed somebody close to them, they've had to perform very, very graphic rituals where they've probably been sodomized, or they've had to do something, with somebody. They've had to do something intimate with somebody else. A lot of the times the guys have to bend over or they're gonna have to suck somebody off. And I know some people are gonna find that to be funny, but this is a serious thing. They're gonna have to sleep with people. Like, this is a real thing, bro. Like, this is not a joke at all.
It's interesting.
It ain't even gonna. You're not even gonna find it
Oh, it's
like
hard
that.
to Google?
You could Google it, but it ain't gonna explain. It's like it's. You could try to do this research though, and let me know what you find out though, bro. Like you could put bad spirits on people too. Like you could put a person's name and like their birthday inside the. You could put them inside the agun pot, and like you basically sending agun like metal, like they could get shot, stabbed, something could happen to them.
So it would be something in.
See that? He's talking about witchcraft, bro. This guy, he's a rapper. And people be listening to this guy rap. Kids are listening to this guy's raps. Repeating his rap lyrics. This guy's talking about putting curses on people. Witchcraft. Straight up witchcraft. This is crazy, bro. This ain't a joke. This is what I'm saying. A lot of you people, you don't believe, oh, this is mumbo jumbo. It's not real. It's not real. Bro, they think it's real. They practice it. They're doing it, bro. Like, it's not. They don't think it's a joke. So why do you think it's a joke? Bruh. Start praying to God for protection, bro. Seriously.
Metal that would kill him. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's different ways you could do things. Though, like you can actually put somebody's name in your shoe and keep it or in the bottom of your sock or in your shoe, like
what happened?
bad happened to him. Like
She's like, wow, the path opener. This is the person who you come talk to when everything is going down and you feel like you're stuck between a room where there's no way out. You know, you speak to Elegua, you do things with Elegua. That's a goon.
That right there's a goon.
This one is Ochosi. He's the hunter of the religion. That one is
Look, they're showing their idols, bro. The idols.
Chango, the Lord of Thunder, Lightning. This is Ochu Odudua.
Just to further our understanding, how much does these figures mean to you guys?
Well, to me, they mean the world. They mean everything to me.
you just get it and you gotta actually take care of everything and do the stuff that you're supposed to do. Yeah, before I signed my deal, that's what I asked for. And we was sitting in here before I even did it, the day before I did it, 2 days before I did it, and then I made my decision of what I asked for, and then I got what I asked for.
So you really feel like you were blessed by higher powers to be signed and all that?
I know, for sure. Facts.
I did a full video on Skrilla in the 6-7 craze. If you haven't seen it,
Oh, so that was the rapper that brought around the whole 6-7 thing, which is very, very dark. And anybody that has gone into the practice of this 6-7 craze, you really need to repent and you really need to ask God's forgiveness and protection, because that's really, really demonic, bro. Like, I've done my research on that as well, and there's more videos I'm going to react to as well about this, and this is very, very dark, and it's sad that a lot of people's kids were following this. This is why I'm telling you, this whole music, rap, all of this stuff is very, very dangerous, bro. Like, because then you got people like this who they start setting trends, and then the kids start following it, not knowing that they are repeating curses into their own life, opening doors, bringing in demons into their lives, into their household. This is very, very dangerous, bro. Seriously. I'm gonna move on to another video.
Something strange has been happening in the music industry for...
Hold on. And if you haven't done so already, please like the video. Yeah.
About his experience might reveal a lot about the spiritual reality behind the music industry. I believe it does. So with all that said, let's get into this video. Stick to the end. This video might just set you free.
Anybody who wants to be in the industry, understand what industry you are becoming of. Understand where you want to go. Because the music industry, the entertainment industry is ran by the devil. I want y'all to know this. I thought it was cap. I thought the devil was cap. I thought God was cap. Now, I ain't gonna say I thought God was cap. I just thought it wasn't no Illuminati. I thought it wasn't none of that going. But what I want folks to know is, I know you probably seen the story I was telling. about me getting booked for a photo shoot and having a real encounter with the devil. So
wait, you had an encounter with the devil?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that. Can you like?
They booked me for a photo shoot. This is what made me start getting into God right before I.
So this is another rapper. I can't see I can't see his name. I don't know who he is. Like, I don't really follow these rappers no more like that. You know, because again, I think most of them are devil worshippers. They're witches and like, bruh. You know, like, and when you really think about it logically, if you're listening to a grown man talk about, you know, deleting other people, selling poison to their community, and how they just sleeping with everybody's women and stuff like that. I mean, that's already somebody telling you that they're a bad person, bro. Like they have no morals. They're pretty much an evil person. So to really join the dots and realize that these people are just demonic is not really tough. It's not very difficult. Do you get what I'm saying? So this is what it is. But anyway.
Got locked up again. Yeah. This how I knew God was talking to me though. I was straddling the fence still on belief. This is why I was telling you I didn't know what to believe because I was getting into all the spirituality. I ain't know what to believe. And God sent me a real encounter. So I went up. I got booked for a photo shoot. They took me all the way up this mountain. I was on top of the mountain. We finished the photo shoot. They have OD cars. They got a 3-seater McLaren. They got a Ferrari. And I'm asking them like, how y'all get all this money? How y'all do this? Like, they like, we do demonic rituals. I'm laughing. I'm like, no, you don't, bro. I'm like, how you get this money? Don't put me on. I'm trying to get like y'all. Like, nah, we do demonic rituals. I say, so what type of demonic ritual? He say, the Illuminati never talk to you. I'm laughing. I'm still laughing at him. Like, bro, you playing a game. Like, why y'all playing with me? Stop playing. Like, how y'all getting this money? He like, bro, no, for real. Leonardo DiCaprio do all the initiation. I'm like, what? I'm like, who is that? What is you talking about, gang? He was like, he giving me a list of people who all did it. I'm gonna keep it PG-13. He was basically saying either you let them peg you or you do oral and you'll get whatever you want.
Did you hear what he just said? Did you hear what he just said? He said he was asking these people, where did they get all this money from? They was telling him straight up, they do demonic rituals to get the money, right? They're doing ritual sacrifices to these demonic entities so that they can get money and fame. And they blatantly told him that, like, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio is somebody that can get you in there. And basically, you're going to have to bend over and let someone hit it from behind, or you're going to have to give oral to someone, something. You're going to have to give up something. And that's just the way it is.
Tell them what you want. If you want to be the next big actress, next big whoever, I can take you to somebody. And all you got to let them do is just do what they want to do to you. Just for a night. Basically do some gay. That's what he was telling me. I'm like, hell no, you playing game.
Now think about this. Think about all the streamers. Think about all the people that have become very, very famous lately. I ain't gonna say no names, but you know, when you think about a lot of these people, they just literally go from 0 to 100. Now all of a sudden they're everywhere and they're making all this money and they're all on every single platform and they're getting every opportunity and blah, blah, blah. And listen, don't get me wrong. Some people, they work hard, innit? They work hard. And then, you know, they finally get an opportunity. But some people, they just literally come out of nowhere and just all of a sudden, now they're a household name. Now they're rich as hell. Now they got everything. Bruh, they did the ritual, bruh. It's not that far-fetched when you actually watch some of these personalities and you see how they act. It's not really that far-fetched for you to think that, wow, he may have slept with another man to get to this position. He may have bent over for the ritual. He may have sucked somebody for the ritual. Do you get what I'm saying? We know women have been doing this from the beginning of time. You know, women will sleep their way to the top and stuff like that. You know, sleep their way to the top, and men will do it as well. And men will do it as well. This is, again, I'm going to say to you lot, yeah? Comparison is the thief of joy. Try not to compare yourself to other people. Try not to envy people. Try not to be like too materialistic and, oh, I want to be famous and I want all the money and blah, blah, blah. I told you again, listen, I'm on 101,000 subscribers. Yeah. I'm doing better than most people on YouTube, but I'm certainly not an A-lister. I post some videos do well, most videos do mediocre, some videos do poor. Right? If I was to compare myself to other YouTubers who have the same subscriber account as me, it would be very, very frustrating. I'd be thinking, oh, I want to be on the same level they are. They can post any video and they can get millions of views. Why can't I live that life? I want that life. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that life. No. No. I'm not going to compromise my soul, my integrity, my faith in God. For what? Because at the end of the day, when you are steadfast and you stick to your faith in God, God usually, if not every single time, blesses you in one way or another. It may be the long way, which I believe that's the life I'm living. It may take long, it may take longer than other people you see around you, but at least your soul is where it's meant to be. This is why a lot of these so-called celebrities, whenever they're out and about, they always have to wear sunglasses. Have you noticed that? Press 1 in the chat if you noticed that. They always got to wear sunglasses. No matter where they go, they're always hiding their eyes. Why do you think that is? Because they know what they did. They know what they did to get to where they're at. They can't even look at themselves in the mirror. These people are not happy. They're tormented. They're done. It's over. What do you mean? Anyway, let's get back to this.
You playing. So I'm still not trying to believe this.
So do you really think it's not that big of a deal to listen to that kind of music after hearing the kind of nasty stuff these artists are doing? Music isn't neutral. It was never meant to be. Music carries spirit. In tribal regions, in Buddhism, in Hinduism, sound is spiritual. Drums, chants, vibrations. These aren't just cultural expressions. They're tools used to invite in spirits. Music was created for worship, and it will always lead you to worship something, either God or something else.
Facts. He's spitting facts. But let me get back to this guy who's getting interviewed. All right.
And he like, this when they get to laughing, they like, oh, we need to take him to the booty club. Stop playing with me, bro. He like, bro, I can make it happen. Now, while they doing all this, I'm trying to call my Uber. We on top of the mountain though. So I don't got no service. So I'm like, all right, I see which one needs to work on me. They take off. The people who booked me, they take off. Like I tell them, I'm like, all right, y'all can take me to y'all Korean barbecue. I'm telling them this because they were telling me, they was like, when I start calling my Uber, my flight was finna take off. So they was like, man, your flight finna take off anyway. Let us just get you a hotel and you can come get some food at our Korean barbecue. I'm like, at first I was like, nah. But then I ain't had no service to get downstairs. Get down the hill.
Right.
So I'm telling them, take me down to the bottom of the mountain. But I'm not telling them this, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna let them take me to the Korean barbecue. And then when we get down there, I'm gonna just call me an Uber and go. So I tell them, like, take me down to the Korean barbecue. They like, okay, Shmoo, good, okay, boom. The people who booked me left. After they leave, I'm in the car with the other dude that they called up to have a photo shoot with me or take pictures, because he come up and he like to take pictures with celebrities to make him look like he was rich or famous. I get in the car with him in a 3-seater McLaren. this man, as we going down, see, on the way up, we go all the way up, like in the swivel, like all the way around the mountain.
Yeah.
On the way down, we take a right. So he not going the same way that we came up. So I'm like, what the hell? So then that's what I try. I'm like, okay. I'm like, take me to go get some McDonald's, gang. I'm like, Ishmael, I want to go get some McDonald's. He said, we're not going to take you to get no McDonald's. We spent all this money to get you up here. This face change, gang. In front of me, you see Venom? Like,
Yeah. Like
Spider-Man?
Yeah, from Spider-Man.
Kind of like that. It wasn't like OD, like long, like the veins, OD long out his face. It was probably about this wide. Like, face change. I'm like, what the? Like, it's probably about like right here. Like, all I can say, bro, it was like, kind of like the Sandman. Like how you'll see somebody morph into something.
Yeah.
It's like that. It threw me all the way off.
The Bible says, and no wonder, for Satan himself masquerades as an angel of light. He said that the man's face changed, and whether or not that was the devil, you have to understand that your favorite artist might look like an angel, but you have no idea that the nasty demons that are actually operating through her. She might look all sweet, but she's a literal witch. Some of your favorite artists should be on your prayer list, not your playlist.
Facts, bro. I'm telling you. Especially a lot of these good-looking women, bro. And I actually said this on TikTok, which is some real stuff. Like, bro, some of these women you're dating, you're chasing after, you're trying to chat to and sleep with, some of them are witches, bro. Like, a lot of women these days are into witchcraft, if you didn't know that. Me personally, I would never deal with any woman who is an atheist or she says she's just spiritual or any of them things. Nah, bro. Like, to me, they're either they don't believe in nothing, so then they probably won't really have much morals, or if they're in this spiritual thing and they don't believe in God, then probably they're doing witchcraft. Simple as that. Anyway, everybody like the video. Please remember to like the video. Let's get back into it.
And you think that the music is just harmless.
So I'm confused now. I'm like, okay. I didn't know how to get out the car. I would have been got out the car. We in the 3-seater McLaren, so it's like a button you got to push to get up out of there.
Gotcha.
So he backing in. Now he backing into somebody driveway. He smack a mailbox. So now he hit the button and he get up out of there. He hit the button and get up out of there. I see the button. I'm getting up out of there too. I hit the button. Guess what? It's a mailman come out of nowhere. I run up to him. I'm like, hey, bro, let me get in the back of your truck. He looking at me like, bro, yeah, no. I look at him. I'm like, bro, just let me get in the back of your truck, bro. Like, please, just take me down. Take me down to the bottom. Please, just take me down to the bottom. It was God. He took me down to the bottom. Like, if I were him, I wouldn't have took me down to the bottom. Some random trying to get in the back of my truck. Hell no. He took me down to the bottom, and I called an Uber, and I just left. The whole thing was just, I felt it in my spirit. Soon as I got up to the top of that mountain, it was something off.
Something wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've never seen no motion like that. Like, where I'm from, like, 100,000, that's smooth. Like, we hunt, that's hood rich. You get you 100,000, you up 100,000, get you a nice car, a little spot, you good. Like, these folk having real money.
So you knew, like, based on their stats, like there was something wrong. And
it wasn't even that. It was the fact of how, when I got up there, first of all, that whole mountain just felt funny. Then, when it was time for me to go, it started kicking in. When I was trying to get my Uber, and I seen that they had me at the top of the mountain, no service, no nothing. And they came up here. Out of everybody, they came up to the one spot. I'm like, man, hell no. Like,
you knew something was off.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you even then, like, you knew from that moment, like, man, I can't be doing that. Even before you were fully submitted to Christ. And now looking back on it, it's crazy how, like, the devil will overplay his hand. And then you, like, literally, this guy's like, yeah, bro, we do demonic rituals and it's like normal. And you're like, what? That's crazy. And now you're serving the Lord and you're just like, dude, these guys, I think there's a big encouragement there just to let, like, our battle's not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. And I really believe the devil's overplaying his hand now. And
he definitely is.
See, God protected this man and saved him in order to win souls and to warn people, yet people will still watch this video and then go blast Drake tonight. Just because.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so the last part I want to take a look at is, hold on, is celebrities who admit to selling their souls. Compilation, bro. Compilation. All right. So, yeah, this is Bob Dylan. Let's hear what he had to say.
The destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with you know, with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Yeah. He's basically saying he made a bargain with the devil for money and fame and success on earth. But at the end of the day, your soul is lost.
But didn't you release a CD like almost 10 years ago? Yeah, I mean, I released a gospel record when I was 15 because I grew up in, you know, a household where all I ever did was listen to gospel music, and my parents are both traveling ministers, and so I kind of sang about, you know, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music, yeah, but it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil. And if they take that.
Listen to how she said that so nonchalant. Like, hold on. Computers. Katy Perry said this so nonchalant. She said, oh, you know, her parents were traveling ministers, She just listened to gospel music. And this is a very common scenario or pathway that you hear from a lot of these celebrities. Oh, I used to go to church, like my mum and dad, they went to the church, blah, blah, blah. Then all of a sudden, boom, like now you're a secular artist singing about sex, money, drugs, all this kind of stuff. Like, bro, it's obvious. This is what I'm saying. It's actually in our faces now. It's in our faces, bro.
And if they take everything away from me, it wouldn't fucking matter. Artists be too concerned about their well-being sometimes. Artists be too scared to stand up for something. They scared to lose their fucking house. Or they scared to lose their record deal. I sold my soul to the devil. I know it's a crappy deal. Lisa came with a few toys like a Happy Meal.
This is Kanye West saying he sold his soul to the devil for a Happy Meal. Yeah, and listen to how the stupid people in the crowd are screaming like he said something so cool. Like, most people on this planet are lost, man. They're just literally sheep, cannon fodder. Literally. Like, they're just lemmings on their way to disaster, bro. Like, just marching on their way with a smile on their face. As long as they get to be fans of Kanye West or Katy Perry or whoever. It's crazy.
Pumping on my chest and I'm screaming. I stopped.
And this is Snoop Dogg, you know, talking, and this is the Murder Was the Case music video. And he had a bit where he said he spoke to the devil.
Her voice spoke to me and it slowly started saying, bring your lifestyle to me, I'll make it better. And how
you see, so like basically Snoop Dogg in Murder Was the Case, and this was his first ever album, and he was talking about how like he made a deal with the devil to be the person he is today. And Snoop Dogg has had a very, very long run of success, like decades. And he this was it, bro. This was it.
They left, you know, he was excited, but he did make this comment where he was like, I just signed my soul to the devil. Like, I don't, you know, it was the only person that rocked with him when everybody else that he had made money with, did business with, pretty much turned they back.
She's talking about Tupac when he signed to Death Row Records with Suge Knight.
So he really made that comment after he agreed to sign with Death Row that he was selling his soul to the devil?
That's what he did. That's what he said. That's what he said. You know, I mean, I don't know. I can't say exactly what he thought in that moment because I don't know. I didn't ask. I just was like, you getting out, you know, that's the main point. You getting out.
You know, had we sold our soul to the devil? How else can you explain us being here on the How did these two guys get on that show? How did these two guys get on that show? Think about it. Now,
if your ultimate goal is to be famous, then you're gonna do a lot to get there. Like sign your name in blood in a contract with the devil. Like you're gonna end up on a one-way street and it's going nowhere. Like that's just the truth. I've seen so many people like forsake their moral code and their value systems just for a little bit of fame, and it's not worth it at the end of the day. It's really not worth it.
What about Prince?
Man, Prince had it coming. The devil came and collected, period.
Prince had it coming, the devil came and collected. What was he collecting?
His nigga, what he signed? What did they sign over?
Oh,
they signed their life over. This is what it is. Like, bruh, if you sign your soul away for money and fame, you're going to die, bro. Yeah, it happens to all of these people. There's no getting out of it. The only thing you can do is turn to the Most High God of the Bible. That's all you can do. But just know, when the devil wants to collect, either he's going to take your life or everything that he gave you is going to take it away. That's why sometimes you find some of these celebrities, all of a sudden their life goes upside down. They lose all their money. Now they get accused of all of these lawsuits. Now, you know, they lose relevance and nobody wants to work with them. All their celebrity friends have now deserted them and all of that. That's because they probably don't want to play the game anymore. They don't want to do sacrifices. They don't want to do rituals. They don't want to sacrifice any loved ones. You know, like, and then that's when you see their life start going upside down. It's either that or they just have a sudden death. That's what happens, bro. The devil comes to collect because the devil's not your friend, bro. It's not your friend. He's not a genie. All right? There's no such thing as genie anyway. That's a demon as well. Right? Like, at the end of the day, if you do a deal with the devil or a demonic entity, they're gonna come and collect in one way or another. And it's never going to be positive because they're evil. And that's it.
So you're saying that Prince signed a
I'm not saying anything. I'm telling you facts. Okay. I'm not saying, I'm telling you facts. I'm telling you straight facts. He knew what he was doing when he was pacing.
Pacing?
Yeah, he was pacing outside. What was it, Walmart or Target? Come on, man. You got to look at that shit. That nigga know.
Yeah, but wasn't he outside? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, people know when it's time.
Why would you think it's a conspiracy?
Nah, I ain't conspiracy. It is what it is. Them niggas getting over. The same thing they've been doing.
Yeah. I don't know though. I mean, staging a robbery.
I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. Are you a Mason or something?
No.
Oh.
I'm a 33 degree.
I'm actually, well, I was sworn in as a Freemason, but I never actually did anything after.
Right.
No?
Okay, well, I'm telling you what I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because you can run from the situation or question the truth, or you can take that like everybody else over here. There's some real niggas they laughing. I'm telling you. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. So Vlad TV is a Mason as well. He was acting like he's not, but then in another interview he confessed and said that he's a Mason as well. Isn't that crazy?
It just makes sense. You know, how do you hide something, Vlad, in plain sight?
I don't know.
I just told you, in plain sight.
In plain sight.
You know, a lot of my book is about my wanting to sing ever since I was a little girl, and my family lied to me and told me that I was better than Shirley Temple, and I believed them.
See, that you're not helping a kid when you do that.
No, and I totally believed them and everything. And then when I was 6, all of a sudden, you know, I was a has-been, and they started to like tell my younger cousin that she was.
She was the real singer?
Yeah, and it like really upset me. So I like summoned Satan, and I write about how I made it.
Where do you summon Satan in the book?
You see, everyone finds it to be funny. I don't find this kind of stuff funny at all. And look, this is CBS US channel network, yeah? And look at the symbol for CBS. It's an eye. It's an eye. CBS. This is what I was saying earlier. All of this is a big global network, bro. This is not some small little group. These devil worshippers, these people, these pagans, it's a big network, bro. It's a big network of high profile people with money, etc., who they're into this ritual worshipping demons and the devil, bro. Like, it's a serious thing. This is big. But anyway.
Chapter called Eat, Pray, Love, Conjure Satan. And when I was 12 years old, I signed a deal with Satan in my room, and I was to...
CBS doesn't condone this in any way.
Wait a minute. Because I wanted to get famous no matter what, and, you know, then I forgot that I had this deal with Satan and everything, and then I got really famous. And then one day I, like, had this tragic singing accident at the...
Oh, yes, I remember that, yeah.
And I realized then that Satan was coming for my soul. So, yeah, he wanted me to pay up. So the book is about that, and how at the end I invite Satan to dinner at Spago. And
you should...
Why would this even be like a joke? Why would she go on and on and... Bro, like, she definitely did sell her soul. This woman, her name's Roseanne Barr. Yeah? Bro, like, this whole elaborate story. And she's saying she wrote it in a book. I believe that she probably did actually do this while she was younger. She probably made some kind of pact with the devil to be rich and famous, and it came to truth. Now, you know, I don't know nothing about her personal history or the people that around her, if anyone got sacrificed or whatever, but bruh, like, again, these people that are into this stuff, you can't just look at them and know, oh, this person's a good person, this person's a bad person. These people, they look like the two that you see on the screen, bro, like, that are doing rituals.
He's there most nights, but you should...
No, but wait, and I asked him to, you know, give me a refinance on my soul thing. And so that works out. It has a happy ending.
It doesn't have a happy ending because when you pass away, you're going downstairs. It doesn't have a happy ending. You see, all these people, again, this is what it is. What's the worth to gain the whole world and lose your soul? This is what it is. This is what it boils down to. Like, these people, they gain the whole world. I'm rich. I'm famous. Everybody knows my name. Blah, blah, blah. I'll get to wear jewelry, diamonds. Ooh. But then what about when you're on your deathbed, bro? When you know where you're going. It's not going to matter, bro. It's not going to matter at all.
You and Satan are good then?
Yeah, Satan, I have to say it's really cool because I totally...
Satan is not cool. You can't say that on CBS.
I didn't say that. I said I lure him in, see?
Oh, and then you have a fiddle competition. Yeah.
You said that Lil Uzi Vert is the devil.
Yeah, he's most definitely the devil.
Definitely the devil?
Without a doubt.
Why is he the devil?
To be actually honest, I talked to bro. See, I'm a DMer. Like, I'll slide in somebody's DMs ASAP.
Okay.
I slid in his DM and I asked him, I was like, bro, like, are you here to, like, destroy the earth? And he said, yeah.
See, this guy here, Dolt, the rapper Dolt, with all his markings all over his body, which to me looks kind of suspicious. And yeah, I'd have to ask him what these tattoos all mean. I'm sure there's some demonic roots to these tattoos. But anyway, he's talking about Lil Uzi Vert, and he said that, and his words is, Lil Uzi Vert is the devil, bro. And he's saying that he DM'd him and asked him, are you here to destroy the world? And he said, yeah. It's crazy. But the devil's mission is not necessarily to destroy the world. The devil's mission is to bring everybody to hell with him. That's what the devil's mission is. That's what Satan's mission is. To bring every human soul into damnation with him, because the devil knows that that's where he's going in the end, and he wants to bring as many human souls with him as possible, because the devil hates mankind, because we was created in God's image. It's deep. It's very deep. But anyway.
And that was that.
That was it. That's it.
Are you here to destroy the earth? Yes.
Say yes. I believe that. He said all his friends are dead, and most of them died.
Right. Okay. I mean, Lil Uzi Vert had the upside down cross.
He had multiple ups and downs, maximum upside down crosses. And he looks like a demon too.
He looks a little crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd like to, first of all, I'd like to thank Satan. I'd like to thank Louis Armstrong. I'd like to thank Neil Young.
Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
Heavy metal remains inextricably tied to the devil, a kind of doorway or portal, like Ouija boards, witchcraft, or other occult practices that can invite the forces of darkness into a person's life. Dave Mustaine is one of the gods of metal, a founding member of Metallica and the founder and frontman for Megadeth. He says he has no doubt about the devil.
The greatest lie he's ever told was convincing people he doesn't exist. And I, you know, you see people, they think that he's like red. He's got a goatee and a pointy tail and stuff like that. He doesn't. He's very beautiful. He's an angel. Why would he look like some monster? He's capable of looking just like you. He could be in this room right now. We wouldn't know it.
That's a scary thought.
It's a very scary thought.
Are people right when they say that heavy metal music is infused with the power of the devil?
In some cases, yes, but not in all cases, because you've got great heavy metal bands that believe in God and glorify Him. We pray every night before we go on stage.
Mustaine says he is a Christian now, but wasn't always.
My mom was a Jehovah's Witness. I was brought up as a witness, and I revolted into the witchcraft because I hated going out and knocking on people's doors.
Yes, witchcraft. As a teenager, Mustaine says, he cast 2 hexes. The first was on a bully who sucker punched him.
From what I heard, he got in a car accident and something happened to part of his body that I had targeted in the hex. And that showed me that it was real.
The second was on a girl he was in a class with.
Everybody wanted her, including me, but she was so out of my batting average and just totally out of my league. And I did it, and the next day she was in my apartment.
You were convinced that these hexes, spells that you were casting, worked.
I was, and I do believe in the dark side. Most people think that, you know, black magic and witchcraft and stuff like that isn't real or it doesn't work. And I know that it works.
Mustaine's fascination.
See, this is the thing. This is like what I was saying earlier, bro. Like, these people believe that this stuff works. They're fully invested in this. And then you people who are listening to their music, who are fans of these athletes and entertainers and actors and you don't understand what they're dealing with. You don't understand. And a lot of you lot are atheists and you don't pray to God and you don't pray for God's protection and stuff like that. And you need to understand that, bro. Like, without God's protection, you are very vulnerable out there, because there's lots of people who are doing witchcraft, male and female witches out there who, just like this guy said, he did a hex on his bully, he did a hex on some girl, the bully ended up in a car accident and a part of his body was messed up, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Now this guy's saying that he's turned to God, but think about it. He's turned to God now and probably asked God to forgive him of his sins of what he did in the past. But that guy, that bully or whoever, he's still messed up. His life is still changed forever. So the best thing is to make sure you're praying to God and asking God to protect you from these evil people out there, because they exist and they're fully invested in this thing. It's not a joke, bro. Like, anyway, with that being said, I'm gonna end it there. I hope you lot learned something from this video. This stuff's real, bro. It's real. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful what you're watching, because, you know, a lot of times they're trying to transfer whatever message or curse or whatever. They're trying to transfer it to you through music, what you watch, stuff like that. You got to be really, really careful, man. Do you get what I'm saying? And I just say that, like, it's probably best that you ask God to forgive you of your sins and protect you from the wickedness that's out there in the world, bro, because it's all over the place. I'm going to do more reaction videos like this because I think this is a very important subject. But anyway, with that being said, you lot take care of yourselves. I'll be back again with more videos. I'll be back soon. Take care.